Good morning. This is Ernest. I'm Ernest. Here having a cup of coffee. It's a little windy out here, but it feels real nice. It's about 7:30 in the morning. We're pulling into Key West. I believe the projected time is 7:30, and we're just selling it. We're gonna be going on a glass bottom boat ride, and then touring around Key West. Should be a fun day, and I'll record as I go along. Day 3. Okay, I just finished my workout. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and Coast Guard is escorting us in. We're coming into Key Largo. That's Key Largo in the distance. It seems to be a busy port and a lot of little boats around here. I don't see another cruise ship here, which is probably good, so we don't crowd the town. Either way, coming into Key Largo. Getting ready to disembark the ship. All right, we're back on solid ground. There's the boat. All right, so let's go walk. And so excursions are right here, okay? Right as soon as you walk off the boat, there's the excursion. So we got to 12:30. So let's and there's beautiful Key West right there. There is a Key West Harley Davidson. So we got like an hour or so to kill. So we're gonna go ahead and go into town and then come back real quick. Well, I don't know how far we can get. So we're just here. It's been like 19 years since I've been back to Key West. Still very beautiful town. There's some museums. I know that building's famous for something, but I can't remember what it was. I'll figure it out later. There's the chicken crossing. Why did the chicken cross the road? We don't know, but he is crossing the road. He's fixing to be a dead chicken if you don't watch out. Here we go. Let's go around. Nice vibe here. Nice sea town vibe. We got like an hour to go, so until we got the glass bottom tour, and we're just gonna hang around here and just kind of see what's around here. This is the Arbin House. I don't know the significance of it because we haven't read the sign, but it looks like you can go inside of it. We're in the cocoa factory, and here they have, their thing is to have these painted coconuts. They have them all over the place. There's some on the other side. Other souvenirs here, you know, typical tourist stuff. Of course, one of the things here in Key West is the roosters and chickens roam free. So there's the famous Sloppy Joe's, and this is Duval Street, the famous Duval Street where everybody hangs out. The main, I think this is, for my knowledge, the main street here. Let's go. There you can cross. There's a glass bottom boats down there. I wonder if that's what they wanted us to go to. I don't know. No, because they told us to go back to the pier. So, here we go. So we're in a large group here, walking through Key West on our way to the Glass Bottom boat. It's like a 15-minute walk from the where you actually port at. Wonderful architect here in this town. This is just a very pretty town. Everywhere you look, everything is very nice look to it. And here we are, Glass Bottom boat. They say the visibility is not too good today. It's only 10 feet, so I guess we'll do the best that we can do with what we got. You never know what your conditions are going to be, until the day of, I guess. All right, so we're heading out to sea on the Glass Bottom boat. There's the Carnival. There's some type of sailing ship over there. That is awesome. Really nice look. So as we're going out to the location, they're giving like a narrative of what is here in the area. And that's the Glass Bottom area where we'll be looking at later on.
The islands you see behind us.
So they were telling us that it takes about 30 minutes to get out to the reef where we will be looking for fishes, I guess. And there in the distance you can see the Carnival Dream, our home on the sea.
In between the little things, you'll see some different colored coral, you'll see some cracks and crevices in the reef, and there's some fish that like to hang out in those cracks and crevices, so you'll see a little bit more. But these mild seas that we have out here, they do get some of the hardiest of sailors who have never been sick before. So if you start feeling a little bit woozy, head out to the back of the boat, look at the horizon. You don't want to go into those bathrooms. That's the worst place you could go. It's dark in there, there's no ventilation, it'll just make it a lot worse, a lot quicker. Now we brought you 6 miles south of Key West today, but you are a whole lot further out into the ocean than just 6 miles. However you got here, whether it was by boat or an airplane, or whether you drove over a whole bunch of keys and a whole bunch of bridges, or whether you're a little bit bigger than our reef system. Our reef system, it's the 3rd largest barrier reef in the entire world. And it's the only living barrier reef in North America. It's called the Florida Reef Tract. It's about 240 miles long, starts up around Miami, follows the Florida Keys to where we're at today, and then it continues on to the west, and it ends out there in the Dry Tortugas. Those are all living coral formations that are made up of hundreds and sometimes thousands of a little tiny marine animal called a coral polyp. These coral polyps grow side by side and on top of each other, kind of like how apartments or buildings are made. And they're interconnected into what we call colonies.
Not a whole lot to see.
You can't see the individual coral polyps from the boat.
There is
they're too small.
a lot of sediment into the water,
to about the size of a dime.
but
they grow together.
I can probably see better than you can see in the camera. But
each one of those things down there is a coral colony. Coral polyps, they're pretty clear. They don't have a lot of color to them. They're barrel-shaped, and it makes them flexible, and that's why they wave back and forth in the ocean currents. If a storm were to come rolling through here and break free one of these soft corals from the reef, it would float out into the ocean and it would disintegrate. There would be no evidence that it was ever here. But the hard corals do something a little different that makes a huge difference on the reef. They take calcium and carbon from the water, and they combine those two to make calcium carbonate. And calcium carbonate's the same thing as limestone. Well, then they secrete that limestone around their bodies to create this little cup-shaped exoskeleton that they live inside. And that's what makes up the barrier part of the barrier reef, is about 7,000 years of those hard corals laying down layer of snorkeling boat. You go up to the captain and say, something got me down there. Well, the captain's going to take one look at that fire coral burn and tell you there's nothing that can be done. There is no pill, salve, lotion, or treatment that's going to take that burn away. So you'll just have to suffer through it. And it might last only a couple of hours if you're really lucky. But if you're one of the more sensitive folks, that burn could last up to a couple of months. But once it goes away...
So we're still out here, and Maria's trying not to throw up. She's got the barf bag right there. But I brought her up here to the front of the ship so that she can feel the wind, and she says it makes her feel better. I'm not sure if we're heading back or not. The water is not too clear today, so we can't really see, and there really wasn't that much to see in the first place. But over there in the distance, let me take a picture. Let me see. Zoom. There is our boat's way over there. It's 6 miles away, is what they said, that they took us out. And it is a nice day. We'll see if Maria can make it back without making a mess. So we made it back, and Maria didn't throw up, and nobody threw up, and we're good to go. I saw other people throw up. That's where you would get the conch train. It says world famous conch train, but this is where you get it. It's right there. We're gonna go into the CVS pharmacy over there and maybe get some protein bars or something to snack on. This is another famous saloon bar here in Key West, the Hog Breath. There it is. I guess it's still in business. Established 1976. So this is inside Sloppy Joe's. Hasn't changed at all. So we're just walking down Duval Street. I got myself a little ring, stainless steel. It's not a real silver, but it's pretty nice. Another t-shirt shops are all up and down the block. Restaurants. Seems to be a very busy day because the boat's still here. I'm sure when the boat comes in, it brings in hundreds of tourists at one time. So this is the Hard Rock here in Key West. Kind of very nice looking. I guess we're gonna illegally cross the road here and check out some more souvenirs. We've been looking around, looking at souvenirs all over. Very beautiful here. I don't know if y'all been to Key West, but highly recommend it. I told them this is probably going to be the nicest town that we stop in. Coming into hat store here. We always like hats. I'm always wearing hats, and Maria seems to be the same way. We love our hats. The original Panama hats. I'm not gonna try these on. So we're walking around here, just so you know, it's very hot and very humid here, and it's humid and it's very hot. but also very beautiful. It has that tropical vibe, palm trees everywhere, and people on scooters and bicycles, and really digging Key West. This is my second time here, and I kind of forgot how beautiful it is. Now if you walk down that way about 20 minutes is where the southernmost point is at, and that's another point here. We just don't have the time to explore all that much because we're going to be head back to the boat. They just roam around here like dogs. We're going to go back to the coconut factory that we first came in, and we're going to get a slice of key lime pie. I almost forgot to videotape this, but we're having some key lime pie. Excellent. This stuff is really good here at the coconut factory. So I think that's going to be it for this video. Of Key West. Heading back to the boat for the night, and tomorrow we'll be in the Bahamas. So we'll probably go swimming and maybe watch a show, or go out to the whirlpool. I don't know, but I really want to ride the slide. But I'll see you next time. Bye. So today's animal is the elephant.